So there was a Homeland Security Subcommittee hearing in 2024, where they had some high-level witnesses. And that was Greg Edgreen, who was in charge of the investigation in the DIA on the anomalous health incidents. And then there was Christoph Grozev, who was the journalist who conducted the investigation into the connection with GRU Unit 29155. And then there was Mark Said. He is a national security lawyer who has represented several victims of Havana syndrome. And they gave very interesting testimonies that you can find on the internet. And their conclusion was that there are at least 68 credible cases. And altogether, they've recorded over 1,500 cases. But at least 68, there's apparently very good evidence that people have been targeted and harmed. And they also spoke about the device that could cause the Havana syndrome. And Christo Grozev was saying that he has seen an earlier version of the weapon from 1991, and that it was not very big, so smaller than a backpack. So it could be used from a car. And it would have at least a range of tens of meters or hundreds of meters. And
it'll be interesting as this comes out and more people are aware of it, and hopefully it'll bring more whistleblowers out to say about what other kinds of weapons are actually ready to go, from affecting our emotions to all sorts of other applications that are being used.
Yes, I mean, there have been whistleblowers. There have been lots of leaks. The problem with the leaks is just they tend to be anonymous, and then it's very hard to confirm. Right. And often there is no documentary evidence behind it, because even if you work in the intelligence community, you can't really take any documents, any classified documents, and give them to the public. So that would be a major crime. So they can only leak a little bit of information here and there, and then we have to piece it together.
And don't you think that, the fact that, and I understand from one perspective, but we almost need to deconstruct the fact that it's a crime to be transparent, and that the whole notion of making everything classified also allows criminal activity to absolutely flourish within our government. And so the laws themselves are made to protect criminals if they exist in that community. And so we have an issue, a structural issue, a flaw with just how that is established. The fact that it's illegal to even talk about activities that could be highly illegal is a flaw.
Well, the intelligence community will tell you that they have to protect sources and methods, that all their work couldn't, and that they couldn't operate without that amount of secrecy, and that secrecy serves a clear purpose.
But it also serves a clear purpose of covering up government crime. And so, what do you think of that?
Well, I think that in the area of, in the realm of national security, you need to have a certain degree of secrecy, because it relates to vulnerability and it relates to your ability to collect on others. And I understand that this is a problem for democratic accountability. And the way we tried to solve this dilemma is by way of intelligence oversight. So we have the intelligence oversight committees in Congress that are supposed to look into potential abuses by the intelligence community. The flaw in this system is that the intelligence community can just refuse to provide complete and accurate information to Congress. And Congress has no ability to really check whether they've received everything and whether it's accurate what they've received. And yeah, we've seen that with the NSA surveillance debate. In the end, it looks like the intelligence community violated our constitutional rights and got away with it.